Hey all, this is Xenoxis, and this is the Xenoxis show for the 8th of August 2025. This is part 2. Yeah. We're in Masili Forest. And then I was wrong, of course, as I've said in the first part about the whole area past the Nabina Forest. But I thought you would be able to get Claymore, but that's actually untrue. Because it's not the area that I thought it was. And stuff like that. But yeah. However, the earliest Great Sword, if you don't count the Sword of Kings, for example, the earliest Great Sword actually you can get is actually the Defender, which I believe requires you to actually go into a certain area earlier than you're supposed to. Because there are, of course, dangerous areas that you can go into earlier, like we did in that one recording session, you know, stuff like that, where we got the Koga Blade. It was, of course, a really big deal and stuff there because it's a Ninja Sword 3. So that we did get this right, the stuff here. Yeah, really. They are sleeping though. Oh, Stardust. That seems pretty good actually. I think that's actually worth quite a bit. And all Genny said, by the way, you can steal from Gilgamesh. However, you want to make sure that you can have the party members. I forgot if you can switch party members, like if you're in an encounter. I don't think you can. Just switch like probably you want, but yeah. So I'm guessing this puts you over where that is. Let's actually do that. Let's see. Yes, this puts us over here. Good. And scenic sounds. It's crazy to think about how large this area is actually. Yeah, you go all the way around there, but you specifically need to go that way in there to get to where you need to go. And supposedly, actually, the way that there is actually a way to get past guards somewhere, if I remember correctly, earlier. And supposedly you use a chocobo to do it. It's supposedly what to do at least. It's weird that has respawned over there already. I think that they don't rest anymore basically once you reach a certain quest or whatever, and you find them in different parts of the woods, the mogs and stuff there, so yeah. We're resting cubos. 15 apiece, a fine boon. Okay, that's gonna be the map. Most likely. Oh, they showed, like, get rid of that, no. I don't think the poison effect even came on. Right, and this is gonna be the map, hopefully. Okay. Okay, and that would lead to that, okay. Right, and that's where you get where the boss arena is. And now you have two paths. Or two places. Skibidi-dabba-doo-ba-da. Skibidi-dabba-da-bidi-ba-da-bidi-ba. Loot. And wine pots. Okay, fine, let's get that. Okay, we could get this. We could get. More gamma cells. Right, and that was that. I don't already check that. Oh. So we want to go back to over there and check if that is where that gate is. Because I believe that the thing you can do now, I feel like also there's a way to technically get past Nalbina Forest early when the guards are there. And that is somehow to use a chocobo or whatever, but I forgot exactly what it was. If it's that you position the chocobo somewhere and then you can use get past it somehow. I forgot to check this. Yeah, because this is where they were. Because yeah, they are important to find later, of course. Because of course, if possible, we are gonna want all of the upgraded gear here and stuff that. Like I want black hole and black armor on him, and I want more diamond armor and diamond helmet. The main problem is of course making so many characters. they're using heavy armor is a bit, annoying and stuff like that, because, like the reason why she's using heavy armor is because of the time battle mage and stuff like that. Yeah, and there are of course certain treasures that can sometimes be really good. Oh. So, because supposedly, right, there is supposed to be a play, or like you get past an Albion Forest early, you can do with a Chocobo, for example, and then supposedly you get into this forest, and then you get to that quote-unquote gate place that they talk about that leads to another place that you cannot go to until later on, and that's how you can get one of those two-handed weapons earlier. And I think this is where the gate is. Yeah, this is where the gate is. This will be the gate. Pretty much to that other place. Phone Coast, yeah, that was what it's called. Everything is like. Oh yeah, now you have the quest. Maybe it's that you can do this quest because you're not meant to get past the thing. Oh right, and now they actually show up on the map even. I thought they did do that in the original if you had find them. Whatever. Right, because generally speaking, there's not just one in each of the location. There's like more than one. It's like that, because I believe there's 2 in certain locations and there are more in certain others. Of course. I think there were 2 specifically here. In this location here. Okay, it has 2. Or is that how it counts? Yeah, 7 out of us on break. Okay. Yeah. And then there's one more save crystal is down here. Because I mean, I don't think it's just going to be that it's just going to repair the gate immediately. I don't think. Although I mean, because if you can get on that coast, then I know there is also like, oh, there's 3 here. Okay. 7, 6, 5, 4 should be left after this. Oof, oof, oof. Foreign highways, of course. Right, so you're meant to use then that chocobo then. But otherwise, for example, in the Albina Forest, you basically use the chocobo that you can get in the Albina Forest. The chocobo that's over here where the items are. It's weird that I don't have a chocobo icon though. It's a bit weird, you know. And I know also when it comes to the treasures, right, there are certain like treasures in certain areas that can quote unquote show up and stuff like that, and I forgot exactly how it works with the red treasures, but for example in the Pond Coast there is not a claymore that can show up, it's actually a higher tier treasure than the claymore. And it might be that it's the defender specifically that can show up, because basically the first tier is of course claymore, then defender and save the queen, then Ultima Blade, then Ragnarok, then of course the ultimate Excalibur, and then like also Thorn Soul. Thorn Soul is counts that. Kakata though supposedly is supposed to count as two-hander for whatever weird reason, even though it looks like it's a one-hander on the icon thing. Whatever, so you know. I mean, sure, you might say that, oh, that cost the enemy would be so high level, so it's too dangerous to go into. Oh, there's spray again. That's so much for being rare, you know. You can. Not Kronos there, Mukai's hand. Yeah, because that's 9 license points. So that will be 18 license points on there. Does that mean that this has a high chance to be something good? Okay. Not super good or anything, but... Alright, so 115 there, I can get more health with that. I think there are of course farming strats that you can use, for example. Now sadly I don't think there is any accessor for like, for example, like there's no technical like no encounter thing that you can activate. Sure, you can just run from everything and stuff like that, but that can sometimes be dangerous to do because sometimes you can take more damage and stuff like that, of course, yeah. For this gonna be then 6, 7, yeah, 6, 7 and then 8, 9, yeah. I'm guessing they will all get collected at once here. This did give us some break. But they're right there. Oh my god! You found all the Moogles. Come with us to the gate, okay? That's nice. I do remember that actually, that you can use Squadala, whereof. Work. Slow boot. Woohoo. Sword. This power of moogles. That's absolute. Slow step next. For on high waist. For on high waist. Because this is important to actually remember here. So step. Dash. Yeah, the sash is actually very good because that was actually mistranslated if I remember correctly. That the sash is actually something really good if I remember correctly. Yeah. Half damage from fire and immunity to slow. And it's an 18 accessory. So can I use it yet? Not have the license for it. Nope. But it gives you a ton of speed. It gives you 20 speed in the sash. So yeah, a bit sad of course that yes, you have to use thieves cuffs. You cannot use that together with the other thing. And stuff that's yeah. Of course, this is absolutely insane though. Does that mean that I can get to the city even? It's absolutely crazy. Because this is where you go after like doing arcades and stuff like that. And you might think, oh, the stuff in arcades is just a short thing, but basically because after getting to that forest, you have to go to that one dungeon, basically the dungeon that's really lengthy and stuff that to do depending on how much of the stuff you want to do in there. And of course in arcades you have to stop stealing and stuff that, and then you can go to the phone coast. Because yeah, you were supposed to go another way here and stuff that. I don't think you are supposed to get into the phone coast via the Salikabu there and stuff that. Like these two do not lead to there. But I'm guessing this is an alternative way you can get to the Empire as well. We did say right. Let's see, is this where I think it is? Yes. The question is how much can we explore of it? Can I get to where the city is? Okay, you're 37, so it's not that bad. Platinum sword, we got us a loot drop there. So, you know, that's nice, like being able to get platinum swords. Come on, Daddy needs any plasma rifle. This place is so nice. It's some nice beaches. Just bizarre ingenting. Freeway. You're 36, okay. Also 41. The question is, can we reach the treasures? Because there is a certain treasure that can be a good thing, or that can be basically one of the two-handers and stuff like that. And I believe it's not even a claymore. I believe it can be a higher tier than just a claymore and stuff like that. Come on, don't do chemicals, please. Come on. Ooh, total skim is nice. Right, because isn't it the games represent success in negotiations, dark rumors? Isn't it the games that give you access to something like really, really good because they have to do with each of the, you know? Because you might not remember this, but in Final Fantasy Tactics, certain characters worked well together because of the marks that you have. So, for example, you can enter what Ramsa's quote-unquote birthday and stuff that is supposed to be or certain characters, right? I forgot it was on every character you recruited and stuff that. But for example, because you know, well, I forgot exactly how the days work in the game because I have to figure out like what date is comparable to the month that I'm in, you know, and stuff that, you know. There's a chest over here, or a treasure rather. A potion, okay. Right, treasures here. A potion. Just in case. The question is though, does that also mean that we will get access to a much higher tier shop? I mean, it might be that they lock off so you cannot enter that city. That could be the case. Yeah, I forgot exactly. I'm gonna remember some of these places and stuff there because yeah. Because if I remember correctly, when you reach here normally in the game and stuff that there's no reason not to grind here basically because there's a lot of like good stuff that can drop and stuff that from a lot of the enemies here and stuff that, so you know there's reasons that you want to grind and the XP is really good as well. The thing about these are only Bagolis that we have met earlier and stuff that, but they are like higher tiers of them. Right, I stopped here with the Suna there actually. Tina Ben staff. It's actually no Ben staff is actually a loot, I believe. Oh, no. Ben staff. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so that's another path to... I need to remember to loot everything though, because I forgot exactly which treasure it was that could be the thing. I mean, I might recognize the location if we get to it and stuff like that, you know. Because yeah, if you saw there earlier, for example, the fact that yes, the platinum circle drop and stuff that, which it did, you know, of course. So that's the tier previously, for example, platinum saw there. I was trying to make sure so that there was nothing. And also there you can, if you wish to go east, go in the village, okay. Jokebars can pass through again, yeah. Okay, so you say to the east. Okay. And the other thing you know is that all of these enemies of course give you very, the XP is very, decent here and stuff like that. Arrow scan. So that's also a path somewhere. Att de håller tycker det är det just det. I forgot to check up a path though. So we did okay. This isn't that. Nah, you couldn't go behind that. I'm guessing since they're saying to the east, the village should be to the east. The village, you know, it's... world map. Ah, 159. Actually, let's just save up a bunch of points then instead and spend a lot at once. Yeah, det är som andra våras. Let's try and follow this coast here first. Or coast, or I mean, like the wall there on the map or whatever. You could do quite a lot of damage with that. Don't go that path yet, bro. What is gravity mount? I used to kick it, trying to tank it, you know, but of course. Let's use Unite. Please. They can be very sneaky here with some treasures. Borks? To kill. I'm 6 kill. Use the regular potion there. Let's get to the next section. Right. Okay. Alright. Wow, now they give you access to a shit ton of stuff. On my flab looping. What was that? So the question is this going to be a tier higher then? Or is this going to be like several tiers higher? Is it all of a sudden going to be a massive jump? Is the question. Diamond sword. Yeah. This is license 7. Okay, so hang on, let me check just to make sure here. Yeah, so Platinum Sword, Master Sword, yeah, so Diamond Sword is next, yeah. So it's the next step up. That's of course very near to where the Great Sword is on the thing. Alberta you can get here, you can get Alban, Francisco of course, as well. Imperial Rod. You use this staff, or Utica staff, and then it's the same gear there. After that, the old gear here, like the Best Sword and stuff like that. Then Adamant set, Astrakhan hat, Carmagnoli, Steel Mask, and Mirror Mail Crystal Shield, of course. Which actually looks very, very nice, by the way, the Crystal Shield. So, so Master Sword, because the Platinum Sword. I want to make sure I keep that sure I don't want to obelisk here. Because, yeah, we can get the Hallberg course now. Stuff that, but yeah. Silver Platinum Shield. Jag säger Swingers worth a lot. That's not worth selling. Let's gain so a lot more money. Hopefully at least. I mean, this will be great if it can give us the best thing in the bazaar that I think it can give us at this point. Because I'm pretty certain at one point I forgot how far you need to get into the game, because you can actually have the Ultima Blade show up. It's basically the Ultima Sword. Fangs, very cheap. Solar Fang, Alluring Finery. Okay, de måste jag ha en chans att have already used before. Solar Fiber, Five Stones, War Axe, Francisco Large Gloves, Lace Gloves. Because if I remember correctly, those type of things like the Blazer Gloves and stuff that actually also give you actually health. Yeah, Magic Gloves, Blazer Gloves gives you 3025 health, 3075, so it's a big difference there. And what tier is that? The Francesca is actually better for him. So that's the same tier, right? No, it's Gambits, man. The Gambits. Red license. Yeah, it's after the Hammerhead. So it's the next tier, the Franciscan, then the Morning Star. So we can get rid of the Hammerhead. And the long SDR and the Enchanter's Habit. Yeah, 2 Dragon Shields. Diamond Sword. Alberta has no status, so now I can get rid of the obelisk. It's over there to get a burning bow as well. Even though I would like to keep that, but nah. So the balance was a bit interesting, but you can see it has very weak attack power, all things considered, like compared to like the other ones. Iron Rod is of course interesting in the because both is 200 of course, obviously. So Steam Mask, get out on her. Mirror Mail. Because then we can do this. We can give that to him first, or add it to her, because, you know. Of course, having reflected does. Yeah, that might be painful though. So let's come on him. Scan out. And that doesn't give you the good speed stat. So technically I wouldn't want to have those on one instead. I wouldn't want to have those on one because of the fact that Black Hole is so much better in terms of speed. The defense wise, of course, 37 defense compared to 33. It's a big deal, but yeah. We can Black Hole on him, boom. We can use Black Hole as well. Yeah, that tends to be the thing that the Mystic Gear actually has the best. What is the best? Magical resistance and stuff like that. Except everything is on the hat and not on the actual armor and stuff like that, which is a bit weird. And stuff like that, you know. So sad still. Sorcerer's Habit. And Bone Mail, of course. And Close Horn Bone Helm. We got Mirror Mail on Bosch. Steel Mask on Bosch. I mean, stamina on her. Because he had 22 magic resist with that. And he's at 37 with this. Sell Bone Mail again. And then Bone Helm. And Actually, let's get that to him. Like, I'm not prioritizing her, they're getting her death stuff there, so yeah. There we go, we can sell the black carp. And we can almost afford the... We can afford that thing. Good. So you can see that they are an improvement for both those two characters. But yeah, but it's like that you give up the whole thing. Oh, Adamant West, half damage to fire but weak to black ice. So you have both of those. And of course, the fact that makes it so expensive is the fact that there are so many that I'm using heavy armor on. Is that because as you can see, there's 5,900 for both the light armors and the mystic armor, and then it's just like 8,100 instead for steel mask and the mirror mail 7,500. And if you count in the shields as well, you know, the same thing here. Google mask. Black Owl 4,900 for each of those, and then 7,000 and 6,600, which is why, for example, having too many use like heavy armor is actually really, really bad to do. Of course, but yeah. But if, for example, if you would have sticked with Archer, for example, then I could have been using like light armor and stuff like that. But with Ulan, of course, since you're using spears, you want to be using heavy armor. Technically, his heavy armor is from using... I mean, he doesn't have heavy armor, but he could use light armor. Yeah. And I mean, if I didn't go with Knight, I could have used it like Mystic Armor on her instead. And if she wasn't a time battle mage, she could be using Mystic Armor as well here. Instead of that, she could be using Mystic Armor and stuff. You could just use that instead of the heavy armor and stuff like that, so yeah, you know. Sometimes you have choices to make. That's all of that. Right, and then the interim check here. So yeah, power omelets now because that affects against stop. It's pretty good. That's the only new thing here, power omelet. You can get Bacchus wine now actually. And of course we can get remedies as well. So let's see, traveler poach. Confuse we could get. This is actually very cheap. Or we can get Firaga now as well. But that is very, very MP expensive. Are you me? Might pull off the sun protection now because I think it's not going to be any more sunlight today. Because the sun is going down like earlier now and stuff that, you know, so... Right, and it is... Oh wow, we're almost at time. For a second, record at least. There's a Costa Northern path here we can take. Right, this doesn't add any new location now. Still a phone cost like that. But does that mean that you don't need to do bomb encounter? Like, why would you want to go these paths then? Like, But are you meant to go to the phone coast is the question. I would normally want to try and go to the north there, but, you know. Now the question is there more stuff to the east? Or should we try this way? Let's try this way first then. Yeah, because a lot of the hunts here are actually very, very good to do, by the way. So that I forgot how many of them you can do now at this point, you know. Now we're using, of course, the Crystal Shield. On her, she's using the Damas, or he's using the Franciscan. Steam Mask Mirror Mail, she's using the Diamond Staff. She's using Bomb Mail. She's using Halberd now, though. Which I mean, there's no reason to using Orachia Armlet over the other thing. The one that gives you health, if you have access to them. But was it Gauntlets that I thought about? Was it the Gauntlets? I forgot what it was called. Or is it the Gauntlets I'm thinking about? Because it was basically like a thing that had like a hidden description on it where the game doesn't tell you. This says reduce physical damage from critical, but that's not all it does. If it was the accessory that I'm thinking about. It's okay, I'm just double checking here. I'll just see if cuffs, yeah, it's in the same. I'm just trying to make sure that it's not like that I thought about something else. No, it doesn't seem like it. Because the gauntlets basically is actually supposedly the gauntlets are extremely misleading in this. Because reduce physical damage when it's critical, that's not all it does though. Supposedly it's specifically the gauntlets that actually, but I'm just double checking here so it's nothing else that had it on it, because basically it's supposed to be that it's the gauntlets that you use that actually increases your block chance, supposedly. So that's not something the game even tells you and stuff that, you know, which is still only have one embroidered tippet, right? I know that you can find them as treasures in certain other places as well. The embroidered tippet and eventually the more of the golden hamlets than used to. Now it is going to be a bit silly, of course, when we come across the two-handed weapon instead and don't use the crystal shield anymore and stuff there, because yeah. Now it is very good, of course, because it comes with magical evasion as well. This instead of just regular evade.